to start with the session, I will do it slightly a different way. What I do is that with me, I have a pen. No, this is a paper pen. This is a paper pen. Are you able to see the paper pen here? Tell it. Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see that? And this paper pen is basically made with a paper. Most of the people know about it. And the specialty of this pen is that it has got a seeds in this. So once the pen is exhausted, we can put it in the mud. Automatically, a plant will come out of this particular pen. So we can. So you got it? What I'm talking about? Can you just respond what I said? This is a pen. It's got a seeds. Once the pen use is over, you put it into the mud. Automatically, a plant will slowly coming out of it. Yeah. Can you tell it? You got it? You repeat what I told. Somebody? Yeah, you can tell it. You can tell it. Yeah, you also can tell it. Jinju.
Yes, sir. I got it.
Yeah, tell it what I told.
That it's a paper pen, and that if you plant it in the soil, a plant will germinate out of it.
Yeah, it will germinate out of it. It's a pen which is sold for 10 rupees or 15 rupees. And I make my students to sell this pen. So most of the people, what they do, they give a gift and say that, no, you use this pen. But what I do is that I will give every student around 20 pens and say that, hey, gentlemen, why don't you go and sell this pen so that you can tell about whatever you feel like. What you will be teaching to somebody, you will be telling somebody why this pen should be bought. Okay, that's each one will give some kind of an explanation for it. So we'll come to that as we go by, but this is what I will do. I'll go to some other thing. Okay, here is a scale. Are you able to see the scale here? Able to see the scale?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a roller scale. You put it on a pen, paper, and you just move it. It will move like this, and you can write, horizontal lines like this. You know what you call equilateral, and what do you call? What do you call? Samantara rekal, we call it as. What do you call this? Two lines equal distance. I've got it. What do you call that?
Parallel lines.
Parallel line. Wonderful.
Parallel lines.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. You deserve a gift from me.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Parallel
you, sir.
line. Equally. So we use this scale and do that. So I give to the students saying that you sell this scale in the market and teach why this scale is important. So I've shown one pen and then came to the scale actually. Okay. But usually, teachers generally, they don't give a pen, they don't give a scale. They tell about subject, all that. But slight variation I bring in. I have shown two examples to you. I will go to something else now. For example, I got a paper here, which is being cut into 4 parts. Are you able to see these 4 parts? 2 blue and 2 whites are there in the corner. Actually, this is a simple kind of thing. Okay. This is simple. You can fold it actually. Okay. So I took a paper and cut it into 4 pieces. And first thing is that taking a paper and cut it and made this design. Can anybody guess why I made this design? Anybody can guess it? Why I can use, how I can use this, how you can use this. You're all school teachers, most of it. Seems to algebraic identities. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Uma Devgar, namaskaram andi. So nice. And this is for algebraic equation basically. Yeah. We can use it for a plus b whole square, or you can also use it for a square minus b square.
Into x plus b.
So you can use it the both ways like that. Okay. Either you can use it for a plus b whole square algebraic presentation, or geometry concepts also can be used. Tarang Chaudhary. And a square minus b square also I use it like. I mean, that also I make it. So why I brought these three examples, and I can go on giving more examples like this. So I can teach the algebraic equation by putting on the board saying that a plus b, a into a plus b is a square plus b square plus 2ab. That's one way to do it. Other way is that making this model. And then the third way is this, that I will ask the student to take this design, go out and sell it this, teach this to around 100 people and make from each one 1 rupee, 100 rupees. That also can be. So I can do this algebraic equation, three different models. One is that just make them to remember a into b in a plus b into a plus b is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. This can be, they can mug up. That's one method one. The two other method is that making a design and showing them that this is a square, this is b square, and this is ab, and this is ab, so it's a 2ab. This is second method. And third method is that you take this, sell this in the market, get money. Please understand, these three methods are different. Method one, method two, method three. I'll repeat. What is the method one? What is the method two? What is the method three? Method one is just writing on the board a plus b into a plus b, a square plus b square plus 2ab. That's method one. Method two is cutting this, showing that exactly what is a square plus b square plus 2ab. That is method two. Method three is asking the student to go out and sell it is also a method. So there are three methods. So my point here is that method one to method two to method three is, I call, entrepreneurial. And method one is entrepreneurial. Method two is entrepreneurial, slightly better than one. And third one is superiorly entrepreneurial. So I want to show to you that method one is entrepreneurial. Method two is far better entrepreneurial than the first one. Third one is fantastically entrepreneurial. Okay, this I want to give an example before that. I'll go to something else. Okay, what is this? Everybody, are you able to see this? Tell me, what is this? Tell me. Are you able to see this? What is this?
Autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi.
This is autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi. So I can ask my students to read it. That's one way of doing it. That's one entrepreneurial method. Usually people just teach them, they take notes and do it. The other one is they do it like that. Second method is that I give this book and ask the students to sell the book. So basically, we can move a different kind of methods, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, this thing. That's what I would like to say is that methods can be made into entrepreneurial. What do you mean by entrepreneurial? What is the meaning of entrepreneurial when you say that? This pen talking about showing is second, third is selling it. So the three methods are, what is the variation that can be looked at like? So for example, I can go on taking so many like that. This is a light, torch basically, is a hand torch. Are you able to see this torch? Are you able to see this torch?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is a torch which has got a LED lamp with a, what is this? Solar cells. Solar lamp actually. That's good. This is a cells are there. Which cells are these? Yeah, solar power lamp. So we can take this to a student and tell about how this operates so that he understands about how this solar cell does it. So we have a PV cells. What do you call this cells? Photovoltaic. What do you call this? Can you write anybody? What cells you call it as? Photo PV. You have to write it. Huh? Yeah. PV cells. Yeah. So photoelectric cells, but whatever the cells like that. So photovoltaic PV cells, we call it as PV cells. So how PV cells are made? What is the function of PV cells? How they operate? We will be able to bring them into that by showing this torch. And we also have a LED lamp here. How a LED lamp is different from light emitting diode. There is a diode here. When you press it, you get a light here. So charge from the sun rays, and here it emits. They got a completely reverse function. Here they are absorbing the light and converting to energy. Here they are trying to get the energy, converting into illumination. Completely reverse. Conversion of energy. So A to Z, A to B, and B to A. That's absolutely, we can tell about it. This is a method which we call it as. We can also generally talk without showing it, without touching it. But when you can show it, that becomes an entrepreneurial, slightly become entrepreneurial. But when we make the students to sell it, it becomes highly entrepreneurial. So the beauty is that we can make anything in the world entrepreneurial. Anything. And every learning can be converted into entrepreneurial. So this is the session which I would like to mention about what is the meaning of entrepreneurial. How entrepreneurial can be looked at, how we can bring in entrepreneurial thing, why we should bring in entrepreneurial, what happens with an entrepreneurial to the minds, and what ways we can make the entrepreneurial. These are 3 or 4 questions I would like to tell it. Number 1 is, what is entrepreneurial means? First point. Second point is that, what is the relationship between entrepreneurial method and entrepreneurial mind? Method is different and mind is different. Model is different and mind is different. So we'll see the relationship between entrepreneurial methods and entrepreneurial minds. And we will go to the third one, is that what are the entrepreneurial methods for students, models for students? There are 3 questions, 3 things which we'll be looking at. Yeah. So anybody would like to talk to what is entrepreneurial? So far, we could see it like this. I have shown with the 3 methods. Method 1 is that talking about the sustainability. Here, showing the sustainability in terms of paper pen. Third one is that selling it so that you get money out of it is third one, which I said as entrepreneurial. What do you understand by entrepreneurial? Anybody? Anybody you can talk? Yeah. I invite teachers, I invite people. You can also write so that the organizer can speak about it. So that whatever you write, my interpreter, my friend will be able to read it out. Yeah. What is you understand by entrepreneurial? When entrepreneurial becomes, in what context a method can become entrepreneurial? Yeah, somebody can read it out. Actually, my friend who is organizing, I mean, she or he can read it out so that it becomes easy for me.
Okay.
Your remarks should not go waste. Yeah, it is up to you. Please,
Yeah,
for you.
I'll
Yeah.
read it. It is the conversation of something that was not considered useful into something not just useful, but profitable. It is the
Wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah, just like that. So there is no use. Actually, it is useless. That being converted into something useful and further useful and further useful and further useful and further useful it can be made. It can be made so useful that unimaginably useful can be made out of it. The more you make useful, the more it is. Yeah, the more it is.
Profitable.
Am I?
Profitable.
It's a profitable. The more it is profitable, it is called entrepreneurial. The more it is profitable, you call it as entrepreneurial. Actually, it's better not to use a word mostly profitable. It's better to use useful rather than profitable. We can also say more than profitable. Profit, basically for a Marxist, profit is very, very bad. Actually, Keralites are, most of the people are Marxists. So I don't want to use profit. No, it's a capitalistic principle, like, profit is negative kind of thing you talk about. Beneficial is good. Wonderful idea. You can read it out, Ma. Chinji.
Yeah, beneficial. Yeah, it's related to profit and beneficial.
Beneficial. One more word. Productive. Productive. One more word.
Taking risk.
Taking risk, we will come to that little later. Actually, you take risk to make it productive like that. Evolutionary also you can look at. But I am more interested in specific words. Useful, you said, become independent. Of course, that's also will be there. Kulkarni was telling about independence like that. Adaptability, sustainability, self-reliance. These are all further outcomes of it. But most of the important thing is that effective, wonderful. Effective is also looked at. But I insist on three important things. Nothing to theoretical, theoretical to practical, practical to productive. I'll repeat the four words like. I mean, there are so many things to look at it. But I concept these four kind of things. This is productive. This is practical. This is theoretical. This was nothing. I'll repeat. When nothing was there, you make it theoretical. This is also a jump. This is a huge jump. From nothing, you made it theoretical. From theoretical, you made it into practical. From theoretical to practical, productive to productive. I would like to use this concept like productive, useful, futuristic. You can say that. But I want more specific words like that. Productive.
Consumable.
Consumable. There is a wonderful word. I mean, I am looking for that word actually. I'm looking for word that. Anybody can tell that word? Yeah. Useful, practical, productive. One more word. It
Beneficial.
comes with a V. Pardon me, it comes with a V. It comes with a V.
Futuristic.
Recyclable is fine. Yeah. We call it valuable. Useful, valuable, we call it as. Especially value and valuable. Human values we talk about. Human values. Value is also valuable. Valuable is also value. So value can be considered to be very, very important. Actually, value creation, value capturing, valuable. This is the most contemporary word in education. When information is applied, Please note this point. The thing, I think now you focus on what I'm talking, please. Okay. When information is implemented, the value is generated. Okay. Look at this. Information is implemented, value is generated. The more the value is generated, the more it is entrepreneurial. So that is a concept. So we are interpreting an information. We are interpreting an information so that it become practical and it become productive and it also become more valuable. Value can be in money or it cannot be in money, but it can be in gold, it can be many other forms, it can be there. It can be respect, it can be love, it can be many other ways it can be there like that. So information when is implemented generates value is the process through which entrepreneurial becomes an important. School kids can also make very, very kind of thing. And a method can be like that. This is a method which I have shown. This is a method I have shown. This is a method I have shown. This is a method I have shown. These are entrepreneurial methods where you can create greater value. So these are methods. There are non-entrepreneurial methods. For example, if you write a plus b whole square on a board and you teach people, this is non-entrepreneurial. But when you made and cut it into pieces and told it, this became entrepreneurial. So if you use non-entrepreneurial methods, people become non-entrepreneurial. If you use entrepreneurial methods, people become entrepreneur. Is it clear for you? Anybody can tell me, is it clear for you? What kind of methods are being used? People automatically become. The mindset also becomes like that. I'll give an example. If a person goes for adventurous things, he will become adventurous. For example, I will give an extreme example for that. Teachers, you're all teachers. So if people visit the burial ground, if they go to what you call the place where the dead bodies are being burnt, if they see those scenes, if they visit them, their inhibitions about the people will be completely lost. They can't think about devils. They become so adventurous. They become so strong. So there is a method which will make the mind. So to train the minds of the people, we require a method. We require an adventurous method so that people will become adventurous. For example, Himalayan trekking, Everest trekking. This is the most entrepreneurial method. Because the people who go up and come down, they become adventurous, they become entrepreneurial. So the path somebody walks will make what the person is. One more thing. Once the person become entrepreneurial, he will make such paths. You understood this? I want from somebody to speak on this. Any faculty, Kulkarni or maybe somebody, Yash, somebody, you should speak on it like that. So I said, the method will make the man, woman, and the men and women will also make the method. Method will make the man and men will make the method. This will make that and that will make this. This happens reciprocal. Anybody will tell about this for a minute? Yeah. Chinju also can tell about it. What I told, if you understood, if you tell it, I can take it further.
They have written, the method will make the man woman and the man woman will make the method for other men or women.
Yeah. So if you use the wrong method, people also become wrong and they also create wrong things. Understood? If you use idiotic method, it's a cycle. It's absolutely cycle. If you use an idiotic method, people become idiots. Why they become idiots? Because you use the idiotic method. And they create idiotic methods. Oh, बहुत ही अच्छी है, बहुत ही जबरदस्त है. Yes. No, actually, the educated, when they become what they are, they again do the same thing which they went through it. So we need to calibrate methods which are being used. We need to be creative. We need to calibrate what methods we are using. So especially educational methods. Yeah, teachers have got a great role in making it. So we need to calibrate what methods we are using. Are we using idiotic methods? Actually, this is a very important question to ask. Entrepreneurs design methods. Actually, methods will design entrepreneurs also. Actually, methods will design the entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs will design the methods. As a small child, this entrepreneur went through the entrepreneurial methods. That is the reason why he became entrepreneur. So this is as a teachers, which we are dealing with a number of students, we must be careful about our methods. If we want entrepreneurial minds, we must use entrepreneurial methods. Write it. Anybody can write it. If we want this whole Bharat, the whole young India, we have around 25 crore students who are going to schools. How many? 25 crore students are going to the schools. Chanji, tell it. How many students we are going to the school?
25,000 crore students.
25 crores out of 140 crores. 25
crores.
to 30 crore students are going to the schools. I mean to say from LKG to maybe around till 12, till graduation. And in graduation, we have how many crores? How many crores?
24.
Am I?
24.
No, we have a 4 crore
No,
students.
4 crores.
So we got a 24, 25 crores in the school and 4-5 crores in the top. Total around 30 crore, roughly the students are there who are studying it. We have to make them entrepreneurial mind. What is meant by entrepreneurial? So I said 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. This I told. What is that? It should be valuable. It should be valuable. Valuable means, again, you should say, what is a valuable for me? Valuable means people value it. That's valuable. So whether people value this, if people value this, if people value this, if people value this is a question. So whatever we do, yeah, productive to practical to valuable. And before practical, we have a theoretical. Before theoretical, there is a nothing, zero, complete dumb, unwise, stupid, because there is no clarity, just is a blind man like that, uneducated person's mind, who are not wise, basically. That's what we mean to say. Nothing to theoretical is a entrepreneurial. Theoretical to practical, again entrepreneurial, bigger entrepreneurial. Practical to productive, again entrepreneurial. Productive to valuable. Clear? I'll repeat.
Nothing to theoretical.
Nothing to theoretical. Please understand, there was no knowledge, there was no information, nothing is there. Why sun is rising, nobody knows about it. From where it is coming, nobody knows. Nothing to something is entrepreneurial. Please understand. But there's a small, very small beginning. Okay. For example, we never had an irrigation in the initial days. I mean, just plants are growing and fruits are coming, people are eating. This is Adima now, the beginning of the human race. He doesn't know how the agriculture is happening. That was nothing to something. That's theoretical, nothing to theoretical. Theoretical to practical. Practical to productive. Productive to valuable, useful, cashable. Please, nothing wrong to get it. Actually, cash is one of the most entrepreneurial thing. Cash. You know cash? Do you know cash? What do you mean by? Have you seen any time cash?
Yes, sir.
I think a lot of people have not seen the cash at the, If you can create cash out of your action, you are the most entrepreneurial person, actually. For example, if a magician can make money out of his actions, can a magician can make money out of his magic? Huh? Janji? Huh?
No, he can't.
He will only show that
Show
magic
yeah.
through which he can make it. By using magic, he will make money. So please understand, he is telling about magic, which is not real. With the unreal, he is making real money. You go to Pattaviram, he makes huge money. I have seen in Kerala, there are some people who are making huge money with the magic, actually. So please understand, from nothing you are making theoretical to practical to productive to this thing. For example, a film is basically you are creating value. Anyhow, my point is that action can be designed in such a way that they are entrepreneurial, very low, high, very high, and extremely high. I'll repeat. We can design learning methods in such a way that the learning method can be extremely entrepreneurial, extremely non-entrepreneurial, idiotic. It's a boring, it's a wasteful, it's absolutely wasteful. So for example, I've seen a lot of students talking about saying that my teacher teaches a plus b whole square writing on the board and I will note down, I will just write it and then I will reproduce it. That is the most idiotic method of learning. And people went through this method, they become absolutely idiots. There's no doubt about it. So my dear friends, entrepreneurial means you should understand first, entrepreneurial methods are designable. Number two, entrepreneurial means what? Value, and much more value. Number one, the methods can be designed as we want it. And these methods will create entrepreneurial minds. If you don't use these minds, they become most non-entrepreneurial people. हम क्या चाहते बोले तो हम गुलाम बनना चाहता है. They will say that we want to become naukars, we need rozgar, please give us, we want employment, remuneration, we want fellowship, we want money, you should give us food. They ask that. This is one of the methods with which you can do it. Other thing is, you can also make the people to be able to self-sustain, self-reliant, extremely effective. This also can be. This is a method which make the mind, and the minds will make the method. This is the fourth point to look at. And there are n number of ways through which you can make school children also to be extremely entrepreneurial. So these are the 4 points which I was interested to tell it. I will give summarize and then come back to that. You must understand what is entrepreneurial. Entrepreneurial means value creating. The more and 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 more you create value, the more it is entrepreneurial. The less you create value, it is less entrepreneurial in method. It is less entrepreneurial means it is idiotic. This is one. Number two, methods are designable. ये हमारा हाथ में है. It's in our hands what you would like to have. I can create on the board a plus b whole cube whole square. I can create a cut a paper and make it. I can also create by making them to sell this particular thing and make money so that they can support themselves. This is absolutely in the hands of the teacher. For example, if you want to learn Gandhi, they can sell the book, they can learn Gandhi, they can earn money out of it, they can support themselves. I made my students to sell 5 lakh Gandhi books. Of course, they are graduate students. They are graduate students, not kindergarten schools. Kulkarni garu, reverence, anybody who would like to respond to it? I made my students to sell 5 lakhs copies of this book. Okay, and it's very easy. It can be easily done. I'll show one more thing. Are you able to see something?
Yes, sir, we can see.
This is a paper binocular. Are you able to see how thin it is? This is a paper binocular. Are you able to see? Anybody can write it? What you are able to see? Are you able to write something? Chanji, would like to. Chinju, would like to.
Yes, it's a paper binocular.
Paper binocular.
Yes.
Binoculars. There is extreme good physics out of it. Highly kind of. For example, what should be the distance between these two optics? What should be the power between this optic and this optic? There are two optics, these things here. What is the attendance? Somebody said? I couldn't get it. Sija Girish. Yeah. Distance between eyes actually. How much should be there? Do you know what is the distance between the two eyes? We don't know. I don't know. So student can be made think about it by showing the binoculars how you should take this particular distance as here. Okay. So this is the way how entrepreneurial method can be created. But you can talk about binoculars without showing this also. But you can show this. But you can also make them to make a binocular. That's also entrepreneurial. So first method is just talking without showing anything. Second thing is showing something. Third is asking them to make a binocular. Fourth one is, what is the fourth one?
Productive.
Emily?
Productive.
Productive. What is the fourth productive?
They can sell
You
it.
give the binocular. Tell it.
Students can sell it. Once they made it, they try to sell it.
I salute you, man. I salute you, man. Your name, please.
I'm Uma Devi. Uma Devi.
Uma Devi garu.
Ji, dhanyavad. You need not salute me. I'm just a student for you.
You are a great teacher. You are a great teacher like that. So we can
Thank you
make
so
a
much.
student from lower step to the next step, next step to the next step, next step to the next step, next step to this step. There is no need to directly go to the fourth step. So you want to teach about binoculars? You can teach binoculars without anything like that. You just write something, there is an essay, you go, write it, ho jayega. But second thing is you can show them a binocular so that they understand. That is an entrepreneurial. Slightly entrepreneurial. So that the mind becomes much more mature, entrepreneurial he becomes it. Okay, he had seen it, he had touched it, he had felt it. Third thing is that, can he make it? You know that if somebody can make a microscope, if somebody can make a, what is that? That lens, you know? What is that? You know, that concave and convex lens. What is that? Can anybody tell me? Hello? Andy? Concave lens and convex lens. If a student can make a concave lens and convex lens, amazing. But he can sell the concave lens and convex lens, amazing. So level 1 to level 2 to level 3 to level 4. That's not only, we have to move from nothing to theoretical to practical, productive to money. Valuable. After he sells it. Actually, he will understand the whole world very differently when he sells it. When he makes this, he understands the whole world. Haven't
Yes, Jan understands the value of the money and they never waste it. The
Never waste.
parents hard-earned money, they never waste it.
They never waste it. They understand what is the duty of me, why I am here, what I should do, how I should talk to Uma Devi Garu. I have to convince them why they need this, why they don't need this. The whole world is understood. So this is the ultimate entrepreneurial. This is ultimate entrepreneurial. Anyhow, whether you might like it or not like it. So please understand, these are the methods. Make money and support others to make money. Wonderful. That's a kind of thing. So friends, what is entrepreneurial? Entrepreneurial methods. Entrepreneurial methods will help entrepreneurial minds. And entrepreneurial minds will make, what is this? Entrepreneurial minds will make entrepreneurial methods will make the minds. What minds can make it? Minds will make the entrepreneurial world. World which is most exciting, which is more valuable, the world which is most valuable, the world which is most exciting. They will shape the future of the whole Prithvi. The whole globe's future is created by these entrepreneurial. If they are not entrepreneurial, if they are idiotic, they ruin the whole world. Actually, that is what's happening. The education is not entrepreneurial. That is the reason why the minds are not entrepreneurial. That is the reason the whole world is not entrepreneurial. Yeah. So you have to check. We have to check whether, we have to repeatedly validate, calibrate. I use the word called, write it, calibrate. To create entrepreneurial minds. Calibrate. CALELIBRATE. Write it. Anybody can write. Calibrate. Check. Mic check. You have to check again and again and again and again whether the methods are entrepreneurial or not. Calibrate. Right. So we can calibrate. We can design. Calibrate. So your opinion regarding the human versus artificial, please, let us not unnecessarily drag into something else. Let us focus on what Rajgiri, the people have given me. I am more focused on entrepreneurial. Whether AI is entrepreneurial or not, we'll come to that later. Today, we are more interested in this. Let us not get into unnecessary kind of full kind of things like that. The people are more interested in their education. Education should be entrepreneurial, sufficient. They should get 2 square meals every day. They should be get a better education. Education, when you make entrepreneurial, they get education. Education to all is possible. And I will last points I will coming to that. I'll tell my life story because that's very important. I am not talking just because I have read something in the books. No, I am not reading it. So what I speak basically with my experience, with my life I lived. Sorry if you don't agree with me, forgive me, but let me tell you. So for example, I have went through from my childhood most entrepreneurial times. I came from a very humble background, very poor background. So I worked as a tailor and I supported my education working as a school kid in a tailor. So that time, that particular activity made me to understand how and why I should study. So this has nothing to do with the entrepreneurial methods of my college. Huh? This is completely from off the beat. Like at home, I got that kind of thing. My personal life was that made me to do that, not with the entrepreneurial methods. Okay. So I came from a very humble background and I used to work in a milk collection center in the morning, 2 hours, 3 hours, morning 5 to 8. Your vision is very clear and focused. Thank you very much. So I worked in a milk collection center. I don't know whether how many of you understand about Hare Gaon mein village. Yeah. So I mean, I used to work in a milk collection center in a village. There will be in the morning 4 o'clock. The milk producers will come there. They put the milk and the milk is collected, sent to the milk chilling centers. So I used to work as a small kid and I used to get every day 2 liters of milk, 3 liters of milk every day for working for 2-3 hours. And I got an amazing idea about dairy industry, milk testing, chemical chemistry, because hydrochloric acid was used to be there. And they used to put that and do experiments with alcohol putting there and used to test the fat content, SNF, lactometer, barometer. That gave me. So entrepreneurial life, which I got because of my poverty, not because of entrepreneurial method. From there I came to and I became a tailor. And again, that helped me to become this thing. So I studied BCom, commerce I studied, MCom, PhD I did it. And after that I became an MBA professor. So when I was teaching as an MBA professor, I felt that most of these methods are non-entrepreneurial. Means they are neither practical, nor productive, nor they're valuable. I'll repeat. The most of my methods which are used in the colleges, they are not practical, they are not productive, they are not valuable. So I started thinking about creating new methods, which I have done it. So now coming to the schools, I've done it with a higher education level, but I wish that it can be done for schools also. And especially for schools, NITIE education, Gandhi's education came out with a very good ideas about practical education, productive education, and valuable education. Especially these are the things. So some value they have to create it in school. So I have seen some of the schools which they do extremely good. I don't know how many of your schools you do entrepreneurial methods. Please, the student should create value. Kimati, Rokda, they have to create. It can be real value and they can create. So it can be cleaning the uh, surroundings. They can create value by putting some things together. They can create paper bags. They can create vegetables kind of thing. They can do some agriculture. They can do honeybee farming. I mean, there are n number of ways through which it can be done. But in a school, you can create a small, very tiny money-making kind of an activity. It's nothing wrong. So there will be some managements who are against such a kind of thing. They don't take pain of it. But I am for a higher education level, mostly for this. And I can see these things which can be done in school far better. Okay. It can be small activities through which they can make money. And today it is much easy for the students to do it like. Okay. So for you to create entrepreneurial methods in your school, that's a question which we would like to. For example, if you're given an opportunity, what method you would like to introduce? Can you suggest any? Can you share anything, any particular method?
Excuse me.
Yeah, please. Go ahead.
Always we do teach with the effective activity based learning only. So every topic, every concept will be dealt with doing some activity as you show some models. Everything will go with the hands-on experiences of some models only. But we have not started this entrepreneurship, but actually we have to start initiative after at least this session, we will take initiative. But my idea is, so let them not, as because of the student safety, the very first time, parents definitely would not allow them to go out and do it. So they can start from their own peer groups, doing different kinds of things. So let them share among their peer first, and then the friends, relatives first, then slowly they can develop into the society. Am I correct, Ji?
Absolutely. Lemonade, there
Yes,
is a
fine.
small businesses they can start in the school. They can do
Yes.
jackfruit business. Jackfruits, they can sell it. What's the wrong in selling the jackfruits like that? For example, it can be something, notebooks, they can be able to do it like that. They can create some paper bags and sell it. So small, please understand, it should be so small that it is possible to be done. Don't look at a big money should be made. No, it's not required. It's only just small money done for that. It's only a triggering light like that. Just a flash should come out of it. That's what we look at. Thank you very much. Lemonade can be there. Small businesses can be created by them. For example, we
They
got
do
a
many craft work during their art and craft classes. So for example, a small quilling threads, they'll do something. So those all can be made it as an exhibition. During the exhibition day, they do it.
yeah. I also suggest you that it should be more related to learning related like that. Physics,
Sure.
mathematics, chemistry. I'll repeat. Mathematics, physics, chemistry, zoology, botany, democracy, civics. Why not? Economics. So directly what they are studying in, for example, constitution. Why not? So they should be able to create 1 rupee out of constitution. So small thing like that. For example, I made my students to sell the Ashoka pillar, the 4-lion-faced Ashoka pillar in the market. It was an amazing experience. They sold Ambedkar biography in the market. It was an amazing experience. Of course, they're MBA students, they're MCOM students, BCom students. Okay, yeah. Yeah, sprouts and sell. That's amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Sprouts and sell. Amazing. Yeah. Any more? Any more? Ajay, I want more examples from you. Like that's more important. Actually, I should pick up something. Become graduates making tax returns for this thing. Yeah, that's a good idea. But we are looking from here from school kids basically. Please understand. We are looking at a school kids. Food processing, yeah, millets processing and all this. Dr. Geetika.
I found, sir, that when I trained the children for the Model United Nations, they were able to train other students and go to higher levels gradually and be able to earn through training.
Yeah, good, good.
So they themselves learned to think on their own, become independent, and then they started training others, and then they started charging others for training.
Yeah, yeah. So in that learning world, that L should be slowly, slowly, slowly should be dimmed,
Yeah,
and the other part should be exemplified, should be
yes,
completely kind of thing like that.
right.
Learn,
Yes.
L. It should become slow light, slowly,
Yeah,
slowly, slowly, slowly. Backseat. No, please understand, it is nothing wrong.
yes.
That's a very important thing. Like that, most of the teachers, most of the academics have got a feeling that no, students should not create value. They should consume value. Actually, if they consume value, they become future value consumers also. They don't create value.
Yes. Thank you,
That's
sir. Thank you so much.
thank you very much.
Just a statement. Every
Yeah.
lesson shall be associated with some entrepreneurial outcome.
Yeah, yeah. The outcome should be there. The 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 result should come out like that. Bahar nikalna hai. It should not be inside. It should be physically visible. It should be financially beneficial. And there's nothing wrong, like no, in bits and pieces, small micron level value also. It's nothing like that. No, we never get a gold completely in a bulk in a 100 quintals at one place. We get a gold in small particles, and you combine them, that becomes a gold. Honey never comes in terms of quintals. It comes in small, and then you combine them, it becomes honey. Okay, so nothing in this world value comes in a huge quantities in one stroke. Comes in a small kind of thing. So every chapter, every section, every class, every slide can be entrepreneurial. They must have an outcomes like that, and entrepreneurial outcomes. When I say entrepreneurial outcomes, I said 4 levels, 5 levels, like nothing to theory, theory to practice, practice to productive, productive to
Value.
valuable. We are not saying that this is only the thing. No, I'm not saying that. If you are operating at this level, you are ultimate. If you are operating from here, nothing wrong. Move to here, move to here, move to here. Yeah.
So we have one more question. How to tune the minds of the young kids into this entrepreneurial activities?
Yeah. Please understand, young minds are always ready for it. They never said they don't want to do it like that. If you make it entrepreneurial, people get active. Actually, young minds without training, they are entrepreneurial. They are risk taking. They are challenging seeking. They want something new. They want to create something new. Actually, we have a song in Telugu. Kurralu, Verrekki Unnolu. No, they create future. They don't bother about the problems. They are the supports for the future. An amazing kind of thing. Kamal Hassan was the hero in that film. Kurralu. I don't know whether this is there in Malayali song also. Is there?
I didn't know anything about it, sir.
No problem with that. Yeah, Akal Rajyam. Somebody was telling, Sudharan Garchal was telling it. Kurralu, Verrekki Unnolu. So basically, young minds are entrepreneurial. Teachers are not entrepreneurial. Teachers' methods which are used as most non-entrepreneurial. A mismatch. So there is nothing much to be motivating the youngsters to get in like that. You give a challenge, student will jump at. Actually, you are giving non-challenging thing and they are making them to act upon. That's the reason why they are not participating. Anyhow, so if you create these things, they usually get into something new, something challenging, something practical, something productive, something valuable. They love it. They love it. It's by nature, actually. Old or not entrepreneurial, young or entrepreneurial.